Ever since she was a child, Lily had been afraid of the dark. She couldn't explain it, there was just something about the deep, impenetrable blackness that filled her with a sense of dread. As she got older, she tried to ignore her fear, but it was always there, lurking at the edges of her consciousness. One day, Lily's friend invited her to go camping in the mountains. Lily was hesitant, she had never been camping before, and the thought of spending a night in the wilderness, far away from civilization, filled her with anxiety. But she didn't want to disappoint her friend, so she agreed to go. The first day of the trip was wonderful. Lily and her friend hiked through forests and meadows, marveling at the beauty of the natural world. As the sun began to set, they set up camp by a sparkling stream. They cooked dinner over a fire and chatted late into the night. But when it was time to go to bed, Lily's fear started to creep back in. She had never been so far away from streetlights and city noises. The forest was dark and silent, and she felt exposed and vulnerable. Her friend tried to reassure her, but Lily couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. They crawled into their tent and turned off their flashlights. The darkness enveloped them like a heavy blanket. Lily felt her heart racing, her breathing shallow. She tried to calm herself down by counting her breaths, but it only made her more aware of the stillness around her. Suddenly, a twig snapped outside the tent. Lily gasped and grabbed her friend's arm. They listened, but there was no other sound. Lily's mind raced with possibilities. Was it a bear? A mountain lion? A murderer? Her friend tried to comfort her, but Lily was too panicked to listen. She sat up in the tent, her heart pounding, her breath coming in short gasps. She knew she couldn't spend a night like this. Finally, Lily made a decision. She knew that she had to confront her fear. She couldn't keep living her life in fear of the dark. She took a deep breath and unzipped the tent. The night air was cool on her face. The darkness was still there, but somehow it seemed less threatening. Lily stepped out of the tent and looked up at the sky. The stars were so bright and clear, they seemed almost close enough to touch. She felt a sense of wonder and awe that pushed aside her fear. Lily walked away from the tent and into the forest. She walked until she couldn't see the light of the campfire anymore. The darkness surrounded her, but she wasn't afraid anymore. She felt a sense of peace and calm that she had never experienced before. Lily stood there for a long time, watching the stars and listening to the sounds of the forest. When she finally returned to the tent, her friend was asleep. Lily crawled back inside and snuggled into her sleeping bag. She felt exhausted but also exhilarated. She had confronted her biggest fear and come out the other side. The next morning, Lily woke up feeling different. She felt stronger, more capable. She knew that she would always carry a little bit of fear with her, but now she knew that she could face it. She had learned that sometimes the things we fear the most are also the things that can bring us the most joy and wonder. Moral of the story: confronting our fears can be scary and uncomfortable, but it can also be empowering and liberating. By facing our fears, we can overcome them and discover new strengths and capabilities within ourselves. Thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and we'll see you in the next video.